Hello everybody, Tahoe Yak Fisher here. We're in the backyard today with my Recon 120. As you can see, we have gotten a bit of snow over the last few days, so perfect time to be working on the new kayak. Now, my first motorized kayak, the Ride 115, you guys, I just kind of showed you when it was finished and how it came together and all of that good stuff. This one, I am going to walk you through putting my motor kit on it. Now, today, I should be installing the transom bracket. On my previous kayak, I had to fabricate one. On this kayak, Wilderness Systems actually makes a transom bracket that goes right here. It's made for this kayak. It bolts right on, but it's cold outside, and I don't want to work outside, so we're going to work inside. We are going to prep the new trolling motor. Now, if you saw my unboxing video yesterday, we're using a Newport Vessels 46-pound thrust trolling motor with a 30-inch shaft, and we're going to prep that to be installed on the stern of this kayak. Now, we have rudder steer channels in place, and if you are familiar with Wilderness Systems pedal option, they use a hand steer mechanism that goes right here. But if you buy the kayak without the pedal steer, it comes plumbed for standard foot pedal rudder steer, which I have already installed some Select Designs rudder steer, but we'll probably talk about those later. Today we are going to prep the motor for the back of the kayak. So let's go on inside and take a look. Okay guys, here we go. Our Newport Vessels 46-pound trolling motor, and I have already removed the head. So I'm going to show you guys the shell. There's an upper and a lower, and they're clamshell, and all the screws come out of the bottom. There's 6 screws on the bottom to take out to get that to come apart. That exposes the switch, which we have right here, is inside with the handle. There you go. And then here's that digital meter. There's the little panel, and it was plugged into our wiring harness that's now sitting here on the bench. So once I had the clamshell apart, I removed all the wires, and once all the wires were removed, I was able to remove this screw, which is what attaches it to our shaft. So disconnecting all the wires, this is what we have left. Now, I am going to use a PWM, so the yellow and the white wire are mooted by that. And it's never going back to being this trolling motor. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the yellow and the white wire there. I'm going to cut them short, and I'm going to shove them down in the shaft there. And so I'll be right back after I've done that. Okay guys, so I nicked these shorter. Here's the pieces I cut off there. I folded one over and made sure the two couldn't arc against each other, and then I taped it all nice and tight with a piece of electrical tape. Now, what we want to do is a couple of things. I want to put this cap on here. We've seen other people do that for their trolling motor kits. This is a 3/4 inch elbow that is a slip fit. There's our 3/4 inch, and the 3/4 inch does not fit on here. So we got to heat it up with a heat gun and make it fit. Now, if you look close here, there's a hole there. You see that hole in the shaft? That was where the head bolted on. I'm going to utilize that hole for my hoist mechanism. So coming out of this hole, I need this loop of utility cord once this is all put together. So once this has been heated and stretched to fit over here, we're going to drill a hole in it right here so that it matches the hole that's in the shaft right there. And once that is done, then we're going to seal up the end with a piece of foam, just like I did on my other motor kit. So I've actually got all of those bits already ready to go. Here is the finished product. I bought 2 of them because I usually mess at least one of them up. In this case, in this instance, I did not. So you can see the step here. That's because I heated it up with the heat gun, got it to fit over here, and then drilled the appropriate hole in there. So now that the wire is trimmed down, the cap is ready to go. We're going to put it all together. Hang on. Okay, here we go. So we have got the yellow and the white wire in there, folded over and taped up, and our positive and negative sticking out. We've got this fitted over the shaft of the motor, and we've got the hole located right here. Now, in addition to drilling this hole in this fitting, I had to drill this hole just a little bit larger in order to fit the cord in there. So I need this loop of cord fished into the pipe and coming out right there in order for my hoist mechanism to work the way I want it to. And in order to do that, we are going to incorporate a little bit of heavy fishing line. So I'm going to put the fishing line in from here and bring it out here. I'm going to tie it to my cord, and then I'm going to pull it back through. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, you guys, it actually went better than I thought it would. You can see I tied a loop out of this piece of fishing line, and it's going in through here and coming out right here, and a little tool like this is very helpful. So now let's see if we can get the cord in there. Yeah, first attempt was a total failure. My fishing line, my loop broke trying to pull the cord in there. So I've got my collection of old fishing line, and I know this will work because this is how I did it on my last motor. So we're going to work on it, and I will be back with success. All right, you guys, we did it. Took a couple tries, but we now have the cord with the knot inside there, and we fished it in like that, and there it is. We got our positive and our negative sticking out. Now, interestingly enough, this kind of locks this in place because it's passing through both the shaft and this cap. So this cap, it can't twist and it can't pull off because this rope is in here. And if I ever want to remove it, all I got to do is cut this rope off and shove it back in there, and then this will slip off. So next thing we want to do is we want to waterproof it, and I'm going to waterproof it right here. And to do that, I am going to use a little bit of marine goop and a piece of foam. I've already cut this piece of foam, drilled a couple of holes in it, as you can imagine. That's going to go in there. We're going to put some glue in there. We're going to shove this foam in there, and then we're going to let it all dry. So let's put it together and finish this video up. Okay guys, so I've got my little gasket on here and it fit real nice. I just wanted to show that to you guys. We're going to put some marine goop in here. I'm going to shove this gasket down in here, and then we're going to flip it over and have it dry the other way. So the marine goop comes down and seals all of this up. Now, I haven't done anything here. These leads are going to go to the plug that I choose. I have a couple of plugs that I'm working with. I haven't made up my mind yet. Once I have better solid decisions, I will show you guys. But this is going to happen regardless. And I just wanted to show you guys the process of turning my trolling motor into a kayak outboard motor. All right, so let's get some glue in there. Okay, you guys, so we've got some glue in there. We are now IP Yak Fisher waterproof. I'm going to get it flipped over so it's drying in the direction I want it to dry. Flip this over so it's pointed down, that way the glue runs this way, not that way. All right, you guys, this video is getting kind of long, but here we go. We now have the 90-degree fitting. It is waterproofed by that piece of foam. We have our loop in here that is going to be how we're going to hoist the motor up out of the water. And we have it precariously balanced in order for the glue to dry. So, you know, if you're going to balance it, you may as well be shady about it. So now this is going to go to a deck plug that is going to plug into the hull of my kayak. I've got some stuff here that we're going to go over as time goes on, but that's it for this video. We now have a trolling motor that is ready for the stern of a kayak. Thanks very much for watching. Tight lines, Yak Fisher out.